Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. Now, with the ongoing public sector strike, there are threats of further protest action should the employer fail to meet workers' demands. They are picketing today over wage disputes. So how badly are services being affected by the absence of employees? Well, eNCA's Manqoba Mchunu is following the story for us. He's out and about in Johannesburg to see exactly what's been affected. Manqoba, I see there the Department of Home Affairs seems to be closed, and I wonder if you found a long queue outside.
Well, Masiko, I can tell you that it seems as if it's business as usual at most of the public government offices here in Johannesburg. In fact, Masiko, we're here at the Department of Labour here in Bloemfontein, the provincial head office of that particular department. And just a few minutes ago, in fact, I would say over an hour ago, Masiko, if I may be correct, there was a bit of a fire that had, been reported here at this particular building. We understand that a fire broke out on the first floor of this building where the department's offices are. But however, there were fire personnel that were here, the officers from the Johannesburg Emergency Services Department that had come here to extinguish that fire. The cause, of course, at this particular point is still not known. It's still, I guess, part of the investigation by those fire personnel that were here in this particular place. But what I can tell you is that subsequent to that, we did see some of the workers coming outside of the building. They had converged here as that fire was being extinguished. Some of them are wearing T-shirts from the Public Service Union. And also some of them, of course, would not speak to the media about what was happening here. But what we do understand, Masiko, is that the office has since been opened, but some of the workers did not return to this office. So according to what we know now is that the services are still continuing, but some of the staff members have since left this particular area. But just going into other different departments, we visited the Department of Home Affairs earlier on in Randburg. We also went to the Department of Home Affairs here in Johannesburg. It seems their operations are also continuing, that haven't been disrupted by this particular strike. And I guess it speaks to what the Department of Public and Service and Administration had been saying as far as the contingency plans being there. They had been saying, Masiko, that it's only going to be workers from the Public Services Union that are going to be affected. They were expected, of course, to hold pickets during lunchtime and tea time only, and not to partake in the strike, with the department saying that those who would stay away from work will face the no work, no pay policy. So as things seems not much of an interruption according to some of the places that we've been to, Masiko, and it does seem that most of the workers have reported for work.
So Manqoba, while you've been driving around many parts of Johannesburg this morning, you haven't spotted any of the picketers outside or anywhere around the streets of Johannesburg?
Well, Masiko, we haven't spotted any of the picketers here in these offices that we've been to this morning. But what we do understand is that, some of them will be holding those lunchtime pickets. But at this particular point, according to what we've seen and what we've heard on the ground, we've spoken to quite a few of the people that have been going to these offices. They're saying that they have been serviced. There have been no interruptions that they experienced so far. In fact, when we went to Randburg Home Affairs, one of the people was telling us that, in fact, the service was so fast that they had spent only 5 minutes inside that office. So it doesn't seem, Masiko, at this stage that there have been a lot of interruptions. But as far as pickets are concerned, we do understand that those pickets will be taking place at some of the offices. The workers here earlier on were saying that they're not going to be picketing. They are going to be continuing with the work. But of course, some of them have left due to that fire that had occurred here. So we are expecting those pickets to take place at some of the offices, but it does appear that not all of them will be partaking in those pickets as well.